What's up, everyone? All right, welcome to today's daily market recap. I'm going to go over my trades from this morning, and we're going to take a look at the condition of the overall market. Today's the third day in a row where we had a really nice squeeze right after the opening bell. We had it yesterday on SGN, and we had it on the day before, on Tuesday, on RNAZ. And today, my biggest winner of the day came right around that same time. So 9:35, 9:40, we got this really nice squeeze on the stock that I'd already built a little bit of a cushion on pre-market. It was AMOD. Now, I also took a little bit of a loss today off the top. So I squeezed all the way up and then gave back about 20% off the top, and that's my cue to hit the road. So it's only 10:30 here, but I've given back a little bit more than I'd like. Some traders are a little more comfortable with continuing to trade even after giving back, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50% of their profit. I prefer kind of to get out while the going's good and not to overstay my welcome, because the thing that happens to me is once I've given back too much, I just start to feel this wanting to make back what I've just lost. And when I'm trading from that place, that can be really dangerous. You could take unnecessary risk. And in fact, I kind of started to do it on the last few trades. So let's go ahead and jump onto the screen share. FOXX was the last stock I traded. So we could go ahead and start with that one, just because it was sort of fresh in my mind. So FOXX, no news on it, which by itself makes it kind of obviously a little bit riskier, but it pops up at the open, squeezes into a halt. It opens and rips higher into another halt. And I bought the dip right here at $6.38 with 2,800 shares. Put out 4,000 shares to buy, filled 2,800, got a partial fill. It goes into a halt, took my profit off the table except for a small position, and was up like $700 on the trade. It resumes and it dips, and then I add right there just over 8, and it squeezes all the way up to 9. So on that trade right there, I made about $5,000. So now I'm up about 5,000 on FOXX. Nice trade. Adding right here at 950, micro pullback. It pops up to 10. I'm up 6,000 on it or something like that. Hits a high of 1047, drops back down, comes back up, and I added right here, for the squeeze through the high. That didn't work so well. Got stopped out on that. So gave back most of the profit on that trade. And then right here, added back for the break over 10, stopped out again. Not good. Now, I went down about 3,800 on it. So from up 6,000 to down 3,800, losing here and here. But then I added back on it right here, and made back some of the loss, but I'm still down $2,000 on it. This one was interesting. There was a hidden seller right here at 950. I added and it did break, but there was a hidden seller, another hidden seller up here around 1050. Another hidden seller came in around $10 there and was back right here. So they kind of stayed there the whole time. And then there was another seller up at 11. So, this was a little tricky. Now, it's a recent special acquisition company. These companies trade at $10 before they merge. And so you have insiders essentially who are in at $10 a share. And so it's not totally uncommon to see resistance around that area, but especially, I guess, considering it has no news. But because it moves so nicely, I thought, we're not that far off from all-time highs, up a little over 13. Maybe it's going to happen. Well, anyways, overstayed my welcome, I guess, on that. Went from green 6,000 to red 2,000. So that's kind of a big swing. Definitely took two bigger losses there. They were the biggest losses of the day. But can't overlook the fact that I'm up 32,000 on the day right now. So I peaked at around 37, 38,000, something like that. I didn't get over 40. So maybe it wasn't that I was up 6,000. Maybe I was only up 5,000 at the most on it. In any case, I was really focusing right here on the charts and on the level 2 more than anything. But obviously went from nicely green on it to red. And now it's kind of pulling back. But I started the day, first trade of the day, KZIA. Well, actually, so first trade of the day, I have a margin account here. I have two accounts at Lightspeed. I have a margin account, and then I have my retirement account. I don't usually trade in my margin account because I pay income tax on it. In my retirement account, I have no income tax. So first trade of the day, I made $1,200 or $1,100. That was on SKBL, which popped up, and it's actually popping up again right now, funny enough. but this was sort of right here at about 7:15 a.m. Pops up, dips down, got the dip, and we got a rip back up. It was a quick trade, in and out, bought as it curled back up over 620, squeezed up to a high of just under 7. So picked up about $1,100 there, but then quickly realized I was in my wrong account. We'll have income tax on that gain, so switched to my retirement account. So then the next trade was on KZIA. So KZIA is a stock that I've traded before. It's a little cheaper. It's a bit of a grinder. I don't love it, but it was clearly showing strength. So I took my first trade right here at 214. I jumped in it, 15,000 shares, squeezes up to 230, micro pullback, adding there, goes up to 240, 50, micro pullback, adding there, taking profit as it hits the high up here, $8,287, trading it with bigger size. So some nice trades there. Got a trade on it right here, rejection. All right, so at that point I said, well, we'll have to wait to see if it curls back up, and it didn't. So trading the pullbacks and right here, and then this one failed, but that's all right. So got green on this one, rallying back up just a little bit, but choppier here. So no more trades on that. And then AMOD. So AMOD, when I first traded it, I didn't make that much on it. First trade's pre-market, very small winners. So I finally broke the ice on it. My first trade was about 8:30. Where is it? So it was right about here that I got in as it was rallying back up. And I jumped in it and got in at 299 for the break of 3. Got out at like 305, 310. Really kind of a small winner. Nothing that exciting. Pulls back, comes back up again. Got another trade on it here, up to 340. So. And then pops up here, sort of sells off. And then all of a sudden at the open, a nice squeeze. So this is the way I traded it at the open. All right, so coming into the open, I was sitting here, not sure what was going to be obvious, but recognizing that the last couple trading sessions, we did have some nice stocks that squeezed up right at the opening bell. So AMOD was on my watch just because it was one of the leading gainers. And right here, it pops up, it pulls back, it pops up, it pulls back, and I'm kind of watching it against that pre-market high, which was up here around 340. And as it comes up, I got in right at 338. So I bought high of day, but I was expecting a squeeze through that level, and it went straight to a halt up. It then opens higher, dips for a moment, and I added. It breaks 4, goes all the way to 489. Micro pullback, then up to 5, all the way up to 540. Fantastic. So just like that, boom, some nice, really solid trades. So first trade after the open was 338. Second trade adding at 4, then adding on that micro pullback right there for the break of 5, taking profit up there, buying some dips, rejection candle here, not super clean, added here, looking for the curl back up, rejected, came back down, tries again, rejected again. And at that point I was like, all right, I think that's it. So, and then I thought, well, okay, that was our one nice squeeze at the open. Are we going to get something else, or is that it? I kind of wasn't sure. And so I sort of sat here just patiently kind of waiting. I saw TECX squeezing up, higher price. DGNX squeezed up a little bit after hours yesterday or into the close, a little higher price. But I just wasn't sure about any of these. And then FOXX all of a sudden hitting my scanners moving quick. And I said, you know what? Boom, I'm going to jump in it, and we'll back that up to where we started. Jumped in on the first trade right here, about 635, 640. Squeezes up to 7. Only got a partial fill. On resumption, a little dip and a rip. Nice trades. Was excited about that. And then all of a sudden, hidden seller. Added a little heavy. We break it. Took profit quickly. Looking for the move up to 1040, 1050. Hidden seller again at 1050. Comes back up, hidden seller right here. I guess it was 1040. Rejects, then resistance at the hidden seller at 10, rejection, and so gave back profit here, gave back profit there. Small winner coming back up here, but this could have been a loss because I was adding pretty heavy right here for the break. I was looking for the squeeze up to 11, and although we got it, it didn't hold. So yeah, overall, I would say, look at that, and all the way back to that. But again, back to that hidden seller. Right? And you can see hidden seller at 10. And so it's just, there's something not right about it. And at a certain point, you got to just call it quits on these, because otherwise you're just going to get yourself so frustrated. You know, there could be someone out there trying to sell, 500,000 shares. Who knows? We don't know. But, they're just unwinding the position. And every time I press the buy button when it's a hidden seller, I'm just buying some of their shares and it's not breaking. So I would say today was a pretty solid day. Those of you guys doing the 2-week trial, just a reminder to see my broadcast. Make sure when you log in, you click this button right here. It's offline right now. When I'm broadcasting, that goes to a red button and it says live, just like the newsroom here says live. All right, so make sure you check that out. For those of you guys doing the 2-week trial, let's look at the P&L on the week right now. So really solid week here, $63,000 before today. So this is gonna put me up around $95,000 on the week. $95,000 in 1 week. Wow. I mean, that's, I haven't lost sight of the fact that that's more than I made in my first several years of trading. To make all of that in 1 week. I mean, in fact, to have one day just last Friday where I made more than I made in the first several years is also pretty impressive. So this month is looking really good. 348,000 right now, not including today. So I'll be up around 370 after today's profits, 380, somewhere in there. The only thing that's a little bit of a bummer is that we had these 4 slow days right here. So this, dare I say, killed my month? I shouldn't say that. This hurt my month a little bit. It hurt my month because if those had been all $20,000 days like I've been averaging here, that would be an extra, $60,000, $70,000. That would have made the difference. But it was slow. The market kind of cooled off there for that week. And I had a choice to make, right? So the choice was either size down, trade less, wait it out, or keep swinging hard and get some strikeouts and potentially go red. Those are days that I could have easily had 2 or 3 red days, big red days. And instead, they're small days that are green. I only took 8 trades right there on that day. Yesterday, I took 26. This day, I took 33. So this was, only 8 trades. This day was 5 trades, 6 trades, but there just wasn't much moving. So we had a couple days this month already where it's just sort of been like a miss. Now, this day, I overtraded, obviously. A lot of trades, not a lot of profit to show for it. And some days are like that. So tomorrow, as we finish off the month of January, I'm basically going to come in with the same attitude as I've had every other day this week and this month, which is I'm going to look at the gainers right here, leading gainers on the scan. What's obvious this morning? KZIA. All right, break the ice on that, get a little bit of a cushion. Once I've got a cushion, looking for the next one. AMOD's got some news. All right. And then watching at the 9:30 opening bell, what's going to give us, if anything, continuation at the open? That was our cleanest move of the day. Came at 9:30. So that's fantastic. That's been a little trend this week, but I'll roll with that. I have no problem with that. So, and then, I'll just keep trading essentially until I give back a little bit off the top. And then that's my cue to hit the road and walk away. So that's it for me. Thank you guys as always for tuning in. I'll remind you, trading is risky. My results aren't typical. So please manage your risk, take it slow, and always practice these new strategies you're learning in a safe, simulated environment. If you haven't already checked out the 2-week trial, link is pinned to the top comment and posted in the description. All right, I'll see you guys live streaming tomorrow, 7 a.m. for members at Warrior Trading.